chaotic scenes in the streets of Braamfontein, with running battles between protesting students and police. What started off as a protest by WITS University students to force the school to allow registration for all first-year students and 8,000 qualifying students who were financially excluded ended in the death of one civilian caught in the crossfire, several students injured, and top WITS SRC members suspended. By the end of the week, the protest had spread to other parts of the country. The Department of Higher Education was forced to respond to student demands, with the minister announcing that first-year and continuing students who had already qualified for NSFAS funding and were academically eligible would be able to register at tertiary institutions. But the South African Union of Students says despite the announcements by the minister, the Department of Higher Education has failed to provide adequate solutions to registration issues faced by students. On Sunday, the WITS SRC called for the resignation of Minister Nzimande and further the removal of their Vice-Chancellor, Vilakazi.
We resolved that every student who's been suspended for protest-related reasons have their suspension uplifted by management before we can start any negotiations. And then second, we resolved that before we can move forward, every student who's been readmitted or admitted into the university must be allowed to register whether they have money or not. 2020, in our view, was the most difficult year in academic history, and for anyone to have performed in 2020, that person definitely deserves to have access to higher education. And then third, we resolved that free education is our ultimate goal.
Student representative council members from 26 universities met in Pretoria over the weekend to discuss the way forward. The Union of Students, which says they'll be leading the protest, has called for the extension of registration until the end of April.
The meeting resolved to call for a national shutdown of all 26 public universities from Monday the 15th of March 2021. All 26 university SRCs have supported this decision unanimously. The shutdown will continue until our demands are met. SAWUS and SRC members are demanding the 100% return of all students to campuses under level 1 of the lockdown. Students who are from homes without connectivity are already excluded from the online registration. We demand the extension of the registration period to the 30th of April 2021, considering the difficulties that students and institutions are facing in the sector.
And say they will not allow the nationwide protest to be split along party political lines. They've warned politicians not to use the march as an opportunity to gain political currency.
We have already met with the student political organizations, and we will continue to engage them to ensure that students are united and work together as a collective. Number 2, peaceful protest and discipline. We must make it clear to the public that we are against burning of buildings, destruction of infrastructure, and violence.
They vowed to continue their protest until their demands are heard.